Hello, welcome everyone. Today we are doing harder GCSE questions. This is episode second of it, and one important thing, I'm running GCSE crash course. The GCSE crash course helped so many students in improving their grades. So if you want to enroll yourself, you can just email us at exacademy@gmail.com, and we are running for all the subjects. And every tutor in this academy are highly experienced. They know that what kind of questions will be there in GCSE, so don't worry, you will be in a good hands. If you want to access the free worksheets, like I have given the link in description box, you can access it. So just let's not waste time and dive into the questions. This is the question number 1. A man is standing at a point A. The bearing of point B from A is 50 degrees and the distance between the points A and B are 5 kilometers. There is a third point C which is 15 kilometers away from the point A and the bearing of C from B is 120. Now you have to calculate, but okay. The important thing is, a lot of sentences. Important one is we need to draw the diagram, else we won't be able to understand what's happening here. So a man is standing at point A, so I'm just drawing a point A. The bearing of point B from A is 50 degrees. You should know the basics of the bearings, that we always calculate the angle from the north. That means we have to draw a line pointing towards the north. And then we have to measure the angle. So it says that the bearing of point B from A is 50 degrees. Important is from A. From A, that means at point A, we have to draw a line pointing towards north and start measuring the angle. This angle is 50 degrees. So use your protractor and draw this angle. Now, this will give you point B. It says the distance between point A and B is 5 kilometer. So definitely you cannot actually draw 5 kilometer on paper. So you have to take a scale. Best is take 1 kilometer is equals to 1 centimeter. Write that down up there so that when teacher check your answer, he'll be or she'll be able to understand, okay, what's the scaling you have taken. So 1 kilometer equals 1 centimeter. So I have to draw 5 centimeter line, but I'm writing here as 5 kilometer, and this is point B. Again, it says there is a third point C which is 15 kilometers away from point A and the bearing of C from B is 120 degrees. Now bearing of C from B, as I told you, your from word is very important. So if it's from B, that means at B you have to draw a line pointing towards north, and then you need to measure the angle. So that means what angle they have given as 120 degrees. So this will be like this, 120 degrees. And then this will be the line. Now I don't know the length of this line, but I do know the length of A to C. Here they have mentioned that the distance between the point A to B is 5 kilometer and C, which is 15 kilometer away from point A. This is important. C is 15 kilometer away from point A. That means from A to C, the length is going to be 15 kilometers. So you just have to draw 15 kilometer. Here, you have to see, obviously you have to take either, you can use, the best way is you can use the ruler, simple. So ruler will definitely help you. You can adjust the angles of the ruler wherever the 15 centimeter line and this line intersect, that will give you the point C. So this is 15 kilometers. This is 120 degrees. And what else we have? That's all. This we haven't marked. This is 50 degrees. Now we need to calculate the bearing of A from C. Bearing of A from C, that means at C I have to draw a line pointing towards north, and then I need to draw the line, that means This angle they are asking. Till I reach A. This whole angle they are asking. I can clearly understand that for this whole angle, if I'll be able to calculate this angle and this angle, then if I subtract them from 360, I can get this reflex angle. So my main aim is now to calculate these two angles. This first angle can be easily calculated by this one, because this is pointing towards north, this is pointing towards north, so they both line up parallel to each other. If they both line up parallel to each other, I can say this angle, let me name it angle X. Okay, so angle X will be what? If these two lines are parallel, then 120 and X are forming the interior angles, and sum of interior angles are always 180 degrees. So 120 plus X is equals to 180 degrees, because sum of the interior angles of parallel lines intercepted by a transversal is always 180 degrees. So from here I can say X is equals to 180 minus 120, that is 60 degrees. So I get to know that this value is 60 degrees. Only I need to find this one. If I want to find this one, I can clearly understand this is an angle inside the triangle. If this is the angle inside the triangle, that means I have to move towards the trigonometry. This is not a right angle triangle, so I'm not going to use tan theta, sin theta, cos theta. Instead, this is a non-right angle triangle, so I have to apply either sine rule or cosine rule. Obviously, we have angles given and we have sides given, like two sides are there, and even two different angles are given here, this one, this one. So my instinct says that we have to apply the sine rule. But for sine rule, obviously, right, if one angle is given, another angle they are asking, two sides are already given, so you have to apply for sine rule. If you are confused when to apply sine rule, when to apply cosine rule, I have described it in my videos that I have made. You can refer that. But as of now, I'm just giving you a quick little bit idea or hint that why I'm applying sine rule here, because two sides are given, one angle is given, and another angle they are asking, like two pair, two angles, two side. So obviously you have to go for sine rule. Now for that, if we should know the opposite angles, we have this angle and I have this opposite side, so yes, one pair is done. This side I have, that means I need this angle. So to know this angle, I have this 120, I need to calculate this one. It's not easy, so I can do this one. Same thing I can say that these two lines are parallel to each other, cut by an transversal, so they are making interior angle pairs. So same I can say, let me name it angle Y. So I can say 50 degrees plus Y is equals to 180 degrees, and same interior angles added to or sum up to 180 degrees. Sum up to 180 degrees. So Y will be 180 minus 50, that is 130 degrees. So I know this one is 130. So the whole angle, the whole circular angle is always 360. So here 130 plus 120 plus I can say angle ABC. This is angle ABC. Inside the triangle I can name them easily. So angle ABC is equals to 360 degrees. So finally angle ABC will be 360 minus 250, which is 110 degrees. I have this angle which is 110. Now I can apply sine rule. So on applying sine rule, I can say that 15 kilometer value over sine of opposite angle. Opposite angle is, we just calculated, 110. So sine of 110 degrees is equals to 5 kilometer over opposite angle that we have to calculate, which is angle BCA. So sine of angle BCA. On rearranging, I'll get sine of angle BCA is equals to 5 into sine of 110 degrees over 15. So sine of angle BCA is 0.313. And for angle BCA, I need to take sine inverse of 0.313. That will give me answer as 18.24 degrees. So what the value I have here? This angle comes out to be 18.24. This angle we just calculated as 60. So now it's very easy. I can easily calculate what I need to do. I just need to add them up. So 60 plus 18.2, 78.2. So here I just need to subtract 360 degrees, 78.2. That means I need to subtract 78.2 from 360, which is 281.8 degrees. This is our final bearing. What they are asking, bearing of A from C. So this is final bearing of A from C. So this is the answer of A, like part I. Now for I, let me see what they are asking. Distance between point B and C. That means this and this. Again, either you can apply cosine rule here or sine rule here. Anyone will work. I am applying sine rule here. So because we have to calculate BC, so I'll write length BC. So length BC over opposite angle, which is this angle A. How can I calculate angle A? Angle A is simple. Angle A is what? This is 18.24. This one angle we just calculated 110 degrees. So third angle will be just subtracted from 180. So you just need to do 110 plus 18.24 and subtract it from 180. So this comes out to be 51.76. So length BC over sine of 51.76 equals, I have to pick any side and opposite angle. I can take this one. We have seen, right? 15 kilometer over sine of angle 110 degrees. From here I can say, on rearranging, BC is equals to, it will go up there, 15 into, if you know, it's a basic equations. It's a linear equation, fractional equation solving. After rearranging, I'll get 15 into sine of 51.76 over sine of 110 degrees. Final answer is 12.53 kilometers. This is our final answer. Let me move on to the next question. A circle has equation x squared plus y squared is equals to 13 and a line 3y minus 2x equals 5 is a tangent to the circle at point P. Then we have to find these things, but I think the best way is to draw the diagram because it always gives us the best clarity. This is the circle that I'm drawing. Clearly its equation is x squared plus y squared equals 13, which shows that the center is 0, 0. And this radius is, because general equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared is equals to a squared or r squared. That means your radius is root 13. So radius is root 13. And a line 3y minus 2x equals 5 is tangent to this circle at point P. So let's say this be a tangent and this tangent is actually touching this one at point P, like this. So let me name this point P, and the equation of this one be 3y minus 2x is equals to 5. Then find all the possible coordinates of P. Simple. You have the equation of a circle, that is x squared plus y squared is equals to 13. You have the equation of the tangent, and they are definitely meeting. The curve is meeting with the tangent. So what else you have to do? It's a simultaneous equation. So simple solve the simultaneous equation. So I am solving the simultaneous equation part A. My two equations are x squared plus y squared is equals to 13, and second is 3y minus 2x is equals to 5, because one is a linear equation and one is a non-linear equation. So I can't do elimination method obviously in that case. It's just we need to substitute, and always substitution is done from the linear part. So I can say that from here 3y is equals to 5 plus 2x, or y is equals to 5 plus 2x over 3. Now substitute this value of y. X squared, and in place of y I'll write 5 plus 2x over 3 whole squared is equals to 13. X squared plus, now the most common mistake that I have described in my previous videos as well, student, they do 5 plus 2x whole squared, so they square 5 square, they square 2 square, answer is 25 plus 4x squared, which is wrong. 5 plus 2x whole squared means 5 plus 2x times 5 plus 2x. The square represents that you are multiplying the same thing 2 times. So obviously you are multiplying 5 plus 2x 2 times, which will be 25 plus 4x squared plus 20x over 9 equals 13. On taking LCM, what I'll do? I'll multiply this by 9, this divide by 9. So 9x squared plus 25 plus 4x squared plus 20x over 9 is equals to 13. This will be 13x squared plus 45x. No, it's 20x plus 25. It's not x. So 20x plus 25, and now I need to cross multiply here, so it will go up there 9 into 13. You can clearly see there is a quadratic equation that is forming here, and we have to solve this one. So first convert this into standard form. So 13x squared plus 20x plus 25, and 9 into 13 is 117. Shifting on to the left hand side, minus 117 is equals to 0. So finally 13x squared plus 20x minus 92 is equals to 0. Use the quadratic formula to calculate the answer of x1 and x2. x1 and x2 is minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac by 2a. b is 20. So minus 20 plus minus root b squared, that is 20 squared, minus 4 into 13 into minus 92 over 2 into 13. Now solving bracket, 20 squared is 400, and here 92 into 13 into 4 will be plus 4784 over 26. So minus 20 plus minus root of 5184 over 26. Now we just need to take the root of 5184 and we'll get as 72. So minus 20 plus minus 72 over 26. Now we'll have two different values for x. x1 will be, I'm writing here, x1 will be when there is plus sign. Minus 20 plus 72 over 26. So we can say this one be 2. x2 is minus 20 minus 72 over 26. So this will be minus 3.53. You have the value of x, put it here in place of y. What's our y? Y is 5 plus 2x, 5 plus 2x over 3. So when I substitute the value of x as 2, so it will be 5 plus 2 into 2, 4, that is 9 over 3, which will give you 3. And for the second value of y, 5 plus 3 into negative 3.53 over 3. So this will give you answer as 1.86, that is negative 1.863. So what are pairs now? When x is 2, y is 3. Another pair is when x is negative 3.53, y is negative 1.863. These are two pairs. So the possible coordinates of P we have calculated, will get two different coordinates. Now question is how we can get two different coordinates. I can get either like this or I can get either like this as well, right? So these will be two possible coordinates. Now let me move on to point B. Find the equation of a line parallel to the tangent and passes through the point 1 over 3. This is important thing because I don't have the space remaining here and question 3 is right just below. So I'm solving it right here. Find the equation of a line which is parallel to this one. So a line which is parallel to this one definitely means that the gradient will be same. If I rearrange this equation, I'll get as 3y, I'm solving part B here. 3y is equals to 5 plus 2x and y will be 2 over 3x plus 5 over 3. This will be in the intercept form, slope form, which is y is equals to mx plus c. On comparing, I'll get the gradient of this line be 2 over 3. So whatever be the line which is going to be parallel to that line will have the same gradient, which is 2 over 3. We don't know the equation of that line, so we can say equation of that line be y is equals to mx plus c. But we know the gradient of that line, so y is equals to 2 over 3x plus c. Now only I need to find c, and for that they have already given this point that 1 comma 3 is lying on that. That means 1 comma 3 will satisfy the equation. That means if I put the value of x and y of this coordinate, it's acceptable. So I can substitute the value of x as 1 and substitute the value of y as 3 in this equation. So y is 3, x is 1. So c will be 3 minus 2 over 3, which is 7 over 3. The final equation of a line will be y is equals to 2 over 3x plus 7 over 3. This is the equation of a line which is parallel to 3y minus 2x equals 5 and passes through 1 comma 3. So this is the answer for part B. Let me move on to the next question. 3 to the power of m is x and 3 to the power of n is y. Then we have to find these two, that is x times y, x over y. So let me first solve this one. It seems very easy because they are just asking you to multiply x and y. So what we have to do, we need to substitute the value of x and y. So x times y is what? X, y. X is here 3 to the power of m and y is 3 to the power of n. So obviously you know the basic rules of indices. The first one itself is when you multiply two indices having the same base number, you just need to add the powers. So you just need to add the powers, which is m plus n. So this is the answer for part I. And for I, same. The only difference is here it's division. So x is 3 to the power of m, y is 3 to the power of n, and this is also one of the law of indices which says that if the base number is same, subtract the powers. So 3 to the power of m minus n will be the answer. Now the general question from the student, what I generally hear is, should we leave our answer in form of m and n? Yeah, obviously you have to, because there is no relation of m and n is given here. Until unless, just like in the next part, they have mentioned specifically that a relation between x and y is given, then we can calculate m and n. Here, for the first part, we have nothing, so leave our answer like that. Moving on to the next one, it says 2x minus 54y equals 16 and x by 3 plus 27y is 4. This is basically a simultaneous equation that's given. We have to calculate the value of 2m plus n. That means obviously first we have to calculate the value of x and y. After calculating the value of x and y, we need to put it here to get the value of m and n. So let me start with this one. So this simultaneous equation is 2x minus 54y is equals to 16 and x over 3 plus 27y is equals to 4. We just need to make coefficient of any one same, and the best is make y same, it's much easier. So multiply it with 2. If I am multiplying y with 2, I need to multiply every term of second equation by 2. This is the law of, or basic rule of mathematics. We have to maintain a balance. Multiplying it with 2, multiplying it with 2. So the new equation is 2x minus 54y is equals to 16. Here 2x over 3 plus 54y is equals to 8. This is elimination method, and elimination method says eliminate one variable. Obviously, how I can eliminate it? One is negative, one is positive. So add them. If both are positive or if both are having the same sign, then we subtract. But here they already have the opposite sign, so just add them up. So this will be 2x plus 2x over 3 minus 54y plus 54y is 0. You have successfully eliminated one variable. 16 plus 8 is 24. If you solve this, this is 8x over 3 is equals to 24. X is cross multiplying 24 into 3 over 8. So x is 9. We have calculated the value of x. Just substitute the value of x in either of the equation. You will get the value of y. Let me put in this equation 2x minus 54y is equals to 16. Substitute 9 here. So 2 into 9 minus 54y equals 16. This is 18 minus 54y is equals to 16. Just transpose it here on left hand side and 54 on right hand side. We'll get 18 minus 16, here 54y. 2 equals 54y and y is equals to 2 over 54 or 1 over 27. So what's the value of x and y we have calculated? X we have calculated as 9 and y we have calculated as 1 over 27. But they are asking you to calculate the value of 2m plus n. That means now we have to calculate the value of m and n. Let me use this relationship. So 3 to the power of m is equals to x. 3 to the power of m is equals to x, and 3 to the power of n is equals to y. X we calculated as 9. So let me write 3 to the power as 9 because x is 9. So I substituted it in this equation. 9 can be written as 3 squared. So 3 to the power of m is equals to 3 squared. Clearly on comparing, I'll get m is equals to 2. Similarly, 3 to the power of n and y is 1 over 27. 27 is 3 to the power of 3. So 3 to the power of n is equals to 1 over 3 to the power of 3. Or if you bring it upside, whenever I move the numerator to denominator or denominator to numerator, power changes its sign. So I am moving it to the numerator. So in this process, the sign will get changed, or 3 to the power of n will become 3 to the power of -3. On comparing, I'll get n is equals to -3. We have the value of m and n. What they are asking? 2m plus n. 2 into value of m is 2 and n is -3. Answer is 1. So final answer is 1. Moving on to the next question. This is a Venn diagram. 80 people were asked if they like apple juice, pineapple juice or orange juice. So I can name it. Let me name A, apple juice, pineapple juice B, and orange juice O. They all like at least one type of juice. This line, this sentence shows me that all 80 like either apple, pineapple or orange. That means here in this remaining space we have to fill nothing. All the values are lying within these three circles because everyone is liking something. Now 25% of the people like only apple juice. Only apple juice. Apple juice is this whole. Only apple juice, that means where there is no intersection. This is the reason of only apple juice. This one is the reason of only apple. This one is the reason of only pineapple because it's not sharing anything with other. And this is the reason of only orange. Now, if it's only apple, so I have to fill 25%. 25% of 80 is 20. That means I'll fill 20 here. 20 are the people that like only apple. Now it says 50% of the people who like only apple juice also like pineapple juice. So 50% of the people who like only apple juice, 20 are the people who like only apple juice. That means 10 number of people will like both apple juice and pineapple. Where apple and pineapple are intersecting, this is the reason that shows that these are the number of people that like both apple and pineapple. So 50% of 20 is 10. That means this whole is 10. But this whole reason has two parts, this part and this part, because this is the intersection of all three. So this is the part of the people who like all three. So 10 is the total one, but I don't know which one to fill which value. For that, the next sentence is given: half of the people who like both apple and pineapple juice like all three juices. So how many people like both apple and pineapple juice? 10. And half of it is 5. So 5 number of people who they like all three juices. That means here in intersection I'll fill 5. In this intersection we need to fill 5. That means if this whole is 10 and this value only is 5, so here also I need to fill 5. Number of people who like both pineapple and orange. That means this. This is the reason where people like both pineapple and orange. Is equals to number of people who like only pineapple juice. This is the reason where they like only pineapple juice. This is also equal to number of people who like both pineapple and apple juices. So just saw it was 10. That means ultimately I get to know that this value is also 10 and this whole value is also 10. If this whole value is 10 and this part is 5, that means obviously this remaining part is 10 minus 5, which is 5. Ratio of the people who like apple and orange. Apple and orange is this one. So the ratio of people who like apple and orange to who like only orange is 1:3. So only orange is this part. And 1:3, that means obviously we get to know those who like apple and orange both are 1/3 of who like only orange. Now we know that this is 5, this is also 5, this is 20, 10, 5. We just need to add them up. If you add this up, it will be 10 plus 20 plus 15. So far we got 45. 80 number of people are total in there. So that means remaining are 35. So let I say this be x 5. So this whole will be x plus 5. X plus 5 divided by those who like only orange, let I say by over y. Their ratio is 1 over 3. It will be 3x plus 15 is equals to y. I got one relationship. Try to get it because two things are still unfilled. And apart from that, we have the relationship that these two unfilled should be equals to 35. So x plus y should be equals to 35. And also what is given that their ratio is 3:1. So that I have written. From here I can substitute the value of y as 35 minus x. So I can write 3x plus 15 is equals to 35 minus x. It will be 2x and it will be 20. So x is 10. If x is 10, that means I need to fill 10 here. This is 10. And if this is 10, then y is 35 minus x. 35 minus 10 is 25. If you feel that you are facing problem in understanding this, you can, this is a recorded session, so you can go one time, two time, definitely after two time, even like you are feeling difficulty, I can say that after two times you'll be able to understand what I did here. Now this is my complete Venn diagram. We need to solve. Complete the Venn diagram that we have done. Next is, if a person is selected at random, then find the probability that he likes orange juice and apple juice but not pineapple. Apple and orange but not pineapple, that means apple and orange, this one, but not pineapple. See, if this whole you take, obviously it is containing pineapple as well. So we need to find the value only this one. Only this is 10. So 10 over total number is 80. So answer will be 10 over 80. Probability is 1 over 8. Even we can check whether our Venn diagram is correct or not. The sum should be equals to 80. So this is 10 plus 20, 30. This is 35. This one 40. This is 50. This is 55. And this is 80. So yes, we have done it correctly. Next is, find the probability that he likes only orange juice. Only orange juice. How many people like only orange juice? This part. This part shows only orange juice because this part is not intersecting with anything. That's why with any circle it's alone. So this is only orange, 25. So that means for I can say it's 25 over 80. Or we can further simplify it to, this will be 5 times 5. This is 16. So finally 5 over 16 is the probability. Moving on to the question number 5. Find the nth term of a given sequence 1, 3, 6, 10. Okay, so first write this down. Sequence. Sequences are a little bit tougher. If you haven't done it, suggest you to go through the concepts of it first. First, let me write down 1, 3, 6, 10. Whenever we have to calculate the nth term, the first thing that you have to do is finding the difference. Your next term minus previous term. Always do this one because we get to know common difference by which we are adding so that we can get the next term. This is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. 10 minus 6 is 4. Why I am doing it? I need to keep on subtracting it until I get a constant number. Again, 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. Now I'm done. Once I have this common number, I need to see how many times I have to do this to get this constant or a common number? We have subtracted it 2 times. That's an indication that it's a quadratic sequence. If after subtracting just for the one time you got all the answers as a constant, say for example if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, when you subtract it 1, 1, 1, that means after subtraction only for the first time you got 1, this is a linear sequence, whereas if you're getting a constant number after subtracting 2 times, it's a quadratic sequence. General way of writing a quadratic sequence is same that how we write a quadratic expression, which is an squared plus bn plus c. So we want a nth term should be in this format. Whatever be the value that you get after subtracting 2 times, here we get 1, equate it to 2a, because this will give you the value of a. From here I'll get value of a as half. So here only in this part I have to put a. That will give me half n squared or n squared by 2. Now I have to write my original series. Definitely it's not very easy if you are doing it ever first time. If you haven't gone through the nth term even for the quadratic or for linear, it would be difficult for you to understand. And if it's not, you can go back and see this video 2-3 times. It will help you. I'll write my original series, which is 1, 3, 6 and 10. Then I'll write my n squared by 2 series. This is n squared by 2 that we got. See, the value of a changes from equation to equation or sequence to sequence. In this case, I get a as half, so it will be n squared by 2. Now I just need to put n is equals to 1. This remains same exactly. The value of a changes, but the format will remain exactly the same. That means you have to write your original series and the series of n squared by 2. In this case, n squared by 2. Even say for example, if it's 3n squared, 4 squared, n squared by 4, always you have to write it here and always you have to put n equals 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I put n equals 1 in place of n, I'll write 1. This will give me 1. Then I'll need to write n is equals to 2. So when n is equals to 2, 2 square 4, 4 by 2, 2. When n is 3, it will be 9 by 2. When n is 4, this will be 8. Now I need to subtract it. Sorry, this will be half. I need to subtract. So 1 minus half is half. 3 minus 2 is 1. 6 minus 9 by 2 is 3 by 2. 10 minus 8 is 2. This is my new series. After the subtraction of original series and n squared by 2 series, I'll get my new series. I have to focus now. Treat this new series as an individual series that you have seen it ever first time. So now I'll write this series half 1, 3 by 2, 2. Same, if you remember what we did, we were subtracting it to get anything constant. So we have to do the same thing. 1 minus half is half. 3 by 2 minus 1 is half. 2 minus 3 by 2 is half. I got a constant number just by subtracting one time. That means this part is a linear part. And we know that the linear part is what? The general way of writing is bn plus c. That means my b is half. B is half. So I got this one. Now, same thing I have to repeat. What I did, I wrote my series. Previously, I wrote n squared by 2 series. Here I have to write because b is half. So it will be now n by 2. I have to write here n by 2 series. Same, put n is equals to 1. Half n equals to 1. N equals 3. 3 by 2. N equals 4. 2. What I'm doing? Here I'm putting n equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3, n equals 4. Now subtract it. Finally, on subtracting, I'll get 0, 0, 0, 0. After subtracting this new original series and the n by 2 series, I'll get the constant number. This is equals to c. As we have seen, the standard way of writing was an squared plus bn plus c. I calculated a as half, b as half, c as 0. Just substitute all them up. You'll get n squared by 2 plus n by 2. This is my nth term. So n squared by. There is another part here as well. It says sum of n terms of a series is given by n squared by 2 plus n, and we have to calculate its fifth term. So n squared by 2 plus n. Sum is given as n squared by 2 plus n. Now see, it's important. What they are asking, you have to calculate the fifth term. Don't put n is equals to 5 in this case. See, this is a very common mistake. They have given the sum of n terms of a series. They haven't given the nth term of the series. Sum of n terms. That means 1 plus 2 plus 3. Suppose my series is this. 1, 7, 15, something like that. If nth term is given, then you have to put n is equals to 1, n is equals to 2, and on putting you will get the particular answer. But the sum of n series is given. That means if you put n is equals to 3, you will get 1 plus 7 plus 15. You will get the sum of that term of series. Till that term, you will get the sum of all the terms. So this is sum given. That means when I put n is equals to 1, definitely it will give me the first term, because first term and before there is no term. So first term and the sum till first term is first term. So I'll put 1 by 2 plus 1. This will give me 3 by 2. So I get to know that my first term is 3 by 2. Then I'll put n is equals to 2. When I put n is equals to 2, this will give me 2 plus 2, that is 4. So my sum of first term, that means the next term is whatever this term, 3 by 2 plus my next term, the sum of these two terms is equals to 4 that we have calculated. So from here I can get the second term. Let I name x as second term. So second term is 4 minus 3 by 2, that is 5 by 2. Okay, now I got 3 by 2, next term 5 by 2. This is third term, this is fourth term, this is fifth term, because we need 5 terms. When I put n is equals to 3 in this case, on putting n is equals to 3, I'll get sum of n terms, sum of 3 terms, sum of first 3 terms. So on putting 3 here, this will give me 9 by 2 plus 3. This will be 15 by 2. 15 by 2 is not your third term, it's sum of first 3 terms. That means 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2 plus your third term is equals to 15 by 2. So third term will be 15 by 2 minus 8 by 2. That will give you 7 by 2. So my next term is 3 by 2, 5 by 2, 7 by 2. Now I can easily understand, if you subtract it, you will get what? Every time you're getting answer is 1, 1 and 1. There is what you keep on adding. You just add 1 here, here add 1, 1, 1. That means the next term will be 9 by 2 and it will be 11 by 2. That's it. You don't have to put it. You just need to know what kind of sequence you have, and then you can easily calculate the nth term or whatever the term they are asking. So that's it for today. These were the 5 different harder questions. I'll be back in third episode with more harder questions. So that's it for today, and I'm running GCSE batches. The crash course, if you want to enroll yourself, just email us at exacademy@gmail.com. We have batches and one-on-one both classes at very affordable rates. Batches are just at £6 per hour, and like the batches are very small. It will definitely gonna help you to improve your grades. That's it for today. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.